Hello everyone, I am Niranjan and with me I have Rakesh and we are here to do the highlights of day 1 of FIDE Online Chess Olympiad.
Welcome, friends. Welcome, everyone, to the stream. And yes, fantastic day for Team India, guys.
Yes, and the first match against Egypt, we initially thought it was 5-1, then we realized it's 6-0, so that was a great boost for Team India. And
Mhm.
then we played against uh, France and then we played against Sweden. And we are going to take you through some interesting moments from these games. I also have the rank after round 3 for all of you. You can see India is currently in second position. And how many teams qualify from this pool, Rakesh?
So, top two teams qualify from this group, and it's very important to note that you have to finish first. Matlab, if you finish second, you will play people who are stronger. So, for example, the winner of this group will face a weaker team. But let's say the standings remain. So, India might play Russia in the quarterfinals, and that is a big opponent right there in the quarterfinals.
Okay. So that is new. I mean, that's a good information for all the viewers, I think. And let me now go to our positions. All right. So we'll start with round one. I think round one. Do you have any particular game that you want to talk about, Rakesh?
I think Adiban's win in round one was very interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Like it was very complicated, and मतलब मुझे तो बहुत मजा आया. Like after watching that game, I was very happy looking at it.
Okay. So let me just update the results. Give me a moment.
Mhm. Yeah, guys. And meanwhile, while Niranjan is doing that, I'd like to let you know that what happened exactly. Matlab, guys, the score was 5 and Vaishali had lost the game, but due to a technicality, that player had to show both cameras. So the Egyptian player, I think her name was Sarah, her back camera wasn't on, is what we are hearing. There's still official confirmation pending, but आई थिंक उसके वजह से वैशाली का पॉइंट रिवर्स हो गया दैट रिजल्ट रिवर्स हो गया दैट मीन शी हैड लॉस्ट द गेम बट बिकॉज दैट technicality was not completed by the Egyptian. Sadly, she had to lose out, and India got a 6-0 win instead of a 5-1 win. So I don't know. It suddenly you see Vaishali is 2 out of 2 now. So I really like that.
Yes, and with that, I have updated the scores as well. Yes, and thanks for clarifying that part, Rakesh. And we now know that India has got 6-0. And in the
Yep.
first round, for me, I loved the game between Viswanathan Anand and Adli Ahmed. And I also loved the way Adiban played. Do you have any favorite?
Yeah, I really liked Adiban's win because it's typical beast style. And yes. Hello everyone in chat as well. Hello guys. Hello. Yes, Rajesh, I just explained how Vaishali won. And Udit is saying, Niranjan, your voice is low. So
Okay.
if we can change that somehow, that would be great.
Okay, so I'm just
And
taking a mic check. Yeah.
yeah, chat, let us know, or even mods, if you can let us know if it's better. And thank you. Hello, Rushil. Hello, thank you, Matthew. And yes, third round was absolutely crazy. We'll take you full, pura highlights, guys. Maybe if you're just joining this now, maybe you didn't have the time. So in just about half an hour, we'll be trying to give you the full story of the day, including some best games and so on.
Yes. So I'm going to take you through my first pick, that is Adiban's game. So let me just go to Adiban's game from round
And
one.
huge, yeah, just a minute. Niranjan. Huge shout out to our very good friend Prachura in the chat, who is Indian chess biggest help. And he is saying, when is the last day of the Olympiad if India qualifies? So last day will be 15th of September, Prachura. That will be the finals if India goes all the way, and I'm sure we will be going all the way through.
Yes. The quarter, I mean, this group stage ends on 10th. So we will know if India moves on, then we will definitely have Quarterfinals on 13th, semi-finals on 14th, and finals on 15th. That is the schedule. All right, my voice is okay. Let's go to the game. And this is the game I want to show. After bishop c4, bishop c5 is something that I have also played with the black side. I've also played knight f6, but Adiban chose bishop b4 check, and his opponent chose knight d2. Now this is already something that I had not seen before, so this is all new to me. And here he played knight f6, and after castles, a shocking move, knight takes d4, and after knight d4 came this pawn fork. Now Adiban did not really think of protecting this. He just went with d5 because that also opens the eyes of this bishop, and after d5 he played bg4. And this is the reason I like this game very much, because he has this fabulous move, knight takes f3. And you can see I mean, this is something that I was not expecting when I was watching this. Let's give it an exclaim. And after knight f3, there is bishop c5 check, and after king h1, knight e4. Now knight f2 check is happening, and then in order to prevent that, he played queen e1, and then came another move, rook e8, which I would say is a good move.
Yeah,
Because
I really like. There is no chill by Adiban. Like he's always attacking white. That is a very good thing.
And you know, funny thing, chat today, Adiban sent a video, and he shared that in one of the events, Viswanathan Anand said that Adiban is like the Hulk, and I had put a small question to him, that what was your what anime or character are you going to unleash in this particular event? He said it's going to be the Hulk. Yes, Ravi, we are reading your comments.
Of course, and yes, Prachura, see you on 15th. I mean, it would be a great party in Chennai on the 15th if India goes through the final and also wins that. And yes, we see some things in the chat also. First round, में क्या हुआ? Vaishali guys already explained. Back camera wasn't working or wasn't open. That was the reason India won that. Vaishali had lost Maitreya, yes, over the board, but that is the rules that is required. And yes, we will be checking out Tanya's games as well. I see some requests in the chat, and Amay is saying please show third game of AD. Plenty of requests, guys. So we'll just try to be quick and brief in our games. So we'll just show you the best moments as well. So yeah, Niranjan, let's go.
So here, in order to prevent this knight f2, knight d4 happened, and then bishop takes d4 followed by knight d6. And at the end of the day, after all these complications, Adiban emerges a pawn up after all this. You see now that this pawn on d4 is isolated and is likely to fall. And after bishop h6, he simply played g6, and then in just few moves he picked up the pawn. The rest was easy. So this, I think the first 20 moves were what I really loved about this game. Adiban did not have any trouble converting this. Now, Rakesh, it's your turn. Which game do you want to talk about?
Yeah, I think I really also liked the game of Fishy Sir in round one.
Okay.
If you can just quickly show a moment
Yes.
around the 15th move.
15th move. All right. Yeah.
Yeah, somewhere around that. Yeah, just one move back. If you see, मतलब Anand sir के सारे pieces almost are on the back rank. Look at those knight, queen, knight, rook. So, but this is the mark of a champion. It is like Black has overextended himself. So on Black is playing on both sides, but the point is he shouldn't be playing that, and Vishy sir punishes him in beautiful style. And as you see in the end, Black's king got mated. So guys, अगर आप ये देख रहे हैं, so do remember to castle your king because your king is not at all safe in the open.
In this game, he eventually castled, but it was probably too late.
Yeah, maybe it is generally advised that you should be castled around move 15. So I don't think he castled till around move 20, 25. I don't remember the exact move, but yeah. So he played risky chess, but I admire Adley's spirit. It's not every day that you're going to get to play against Fishy sir. So
That's true.
I really liked his idea of going all out in that game.
And then I think for me personally, this was a highlight, that he undermines this pawn on g5 and the entire position collapses, because if g5 collapses, f6 will also collapse and all the dark squares are weak. But he tried f6, but after ef6, knight e2, if you look at the evaluation bar, the game never changed.
Yeah, it was very smooth victory. The advantage of Vichy sir is always going up and up and up. So really good game.
So this was, I think, a very important win. Also, like when you see the top board winning, it also boosts your confidence when you're playing the team event.
Yeah, obviously. And you know, uh, even though it's a team tournament, if you win your first game of the tournament, no, the confidence is high, even personally. So I'm really happy that Vichy sir got that win in the first round itself, and like he'll keep going, and he's the captain, guys. बहुत ही बड़ा change है this time that Vichy sir is the captain this time around, and it's not with it. So even that's an important thing.
Yeah. So with that,
And
shall we go to the next round then?
yeah. I see comments about that as itself. How did India draw? Ishan is there in the chat. Hello, Ishan. Hello, Om. And they're saying, how is it possible? 3-3 score kaise hua? Guys, yes, that is what happened. India got a minor setback. It could have been worse. India could have lost as well, but India could have won as well. I really liked Vidit's game in that because Vidit was really pushing. I think a 100 move draw का मतलब है it was a really fighting game and Vidit was super close to winning and he drew the game because of a threefold repetition which is unintentional threefold repetition मेरा अंदर.
Yeah, because it happens automatically, no, on chess.com.
Right, correct.
All right, so we have the results of the second round. France India 3-3, and Viswanathan was black on the top board. And let's go there. And you want to first look at the Vidit's game?
Yeah, I would really like just with its end game actually, not even his full game.
Yeah, so when I was watching this game live on chess.com after knight g7, I was considering knight d8. Did you check this?
Yes, I did, and that shows a big winning advantage for white here.
But the computer doesn't agree. Like for example, here it says knight e5, and
Yeah, he
Vidit.
just wanted to put black in Zugzwang, I feel.
So it's like this was the third time. Probably he had a chance and could not figure out what to do after king f8. But
Yeah.
after knight d8, what about king g6?
Yeah, I thought knight e6, but he has king e5, I guess, if I'm
No,
not
he
king
just played
f5.
knight h5. Draw.
Yeah, knight, and now you take both the pawns.
Yeah,
Correct.
just
That's
take
it.
this.
Sadly, guys, एक knight काफी नहीं है जीतने के लिए. You need to have more than a knight and a pawn to
Yeah,
have that.
so this was not winning. So did you find any other winning plan during the match?
No, I haven't really checked it with an engine, but I feel there is that feeling कि कुछ तो हो था मतलब there was something. Maybe a table base can give us an accurate answer, but
Oh, what I thought was play knight d4 and then just play g6. Let me just check. Yes.
yeah, I think somebody in the chat is also saying 94 G6. And Karan, yes, I'll take your question once we are done with India versus France. Don't worry.
So that
And
was.
thank you, Rushil. Rushil is saying he really likes the table-based feature in chess.com events. Yes, that is what we are trying. So you don't need to go and click on another database. You can just check it out right here. And that is a nice feature indeed.
Yeah, so king d6 is winning. Yes, very good. Thanks for reminding me. And that I could just click on table base and it just shows the move.
Yeah. So
Yeah, so this would
no
have been
worries.
a
I
win.
think, but yeah, with it was really trying. We could see it from the face cameras, and the tension was really there. But ठीक है, 3-all draw, not bad. Luckily, at this point, I realized okay, it's not so bad because even Azerbaijan, who are the second seeds in our group, also drew 3-3 with Shenzhen. So I thought,
Ah,
okay, it's going well, and suddenly it was Team Hungary who'd taken the lead after round two, which was kind of unexpected because they are they are an underdog team, a dark horse in this group, if I can say so.
so for me personally, the shock was Pragnananda losing in round two because I was expecting him to win, just seeing the rating, but his opponent really played well. Here, this is
Yeah,
called.
and Ranjan, if you remember the round one recap, I told you that Marc Andrea Maurizzi is a very strong youngster from France.
Mhm.
In fact, he's younger than Pragananda. How many times have we seen that now?
Oh,
So
So
He's younger
can
than
you
Pragnant.
tell a little bit about him, because I just saw the rating and I thought it should be an easy ride, but yeah, he's a GM. So go on.
Yeah, so basically, guys, Mark Andrea is like I think 15 years old, 14 or 15. He also played last year. He also played on the Pro Chess League for the France Roosters in Blitzstream, like the chess.com France streamer. And he became a grandmaster, I think, a couple of months ago. And he's not even like from mainland France. He actually lives in Corsica, जो कि मतलब इंडिया के कंपैरिजन में बोल सकते हैं कि अंडमान एंड निकोबार आइलैंड्स है ना वैसे. So it is to the southeast of France mainland. So Corsica, say he has to travel every time to mainland France, then go to any country if he wants to. So kind of a very similar struggles. But yeah, coming back to his chess, became a GM recently. Very active and sharp player, and he broke the French record. That is he's the youngest French grandmaster in history. मतलब this record was held by MVL पहले Maxime Vachier-Lagrave जो है France number 2 because of Firouzja. But
Yeah.
yeah, Mark has broken that record and he is a very strong player, and this game against Pragananda proved it, as Niranjan will be showing you now.
Yeah, so this is Barry attack, and in India there are two players who have been playing this for many years now. One is CRG Krishna and another is Ravi Teja. They play this Barry attack. Idea is to play Bishop E2 and H5. And Rahul Shetty once played this against me. I was black, and after H4 I have played castles, but here Pragnananda chose H5, and after knight b5, knight a6. When you're playing as black, it's slightly awkward to get your knight on a6, but यहाँ पे तो ये force है, कुछ नहीं कर सकते. So then after
Right.
knight f3, castles, knight e5, knight g4. I thought position is very equal. There's no problem. And then I think if you get e5 break in this position, it feels as if black has equalized, and he got that. And this is where there is this principle, Rakesh, you must be knowing, that if there is an attack on the flank, then you counter in the center. But this is precisely
Yep.
the moment where that doesn't work.
Yeah,
So
and sadly, and if you can see his photo, Mark's photo in on chess.com events, he's wearing a mask. So you
yes,
can see how active he has been in recent times playing over the board chess,
yes.
completing his GM title, guys.
How do you know about this player?
Sorry?
How do you know about him? Did you read it in some magazine, or how? Because you know a lot
No,
about this youngster.
I like to research stuff. It's my work because as stats man for chess.com, I need to be updated about all players.
True, true.
So
Okay. So g4 happened and then e5. Even after all this, white is on top, and that's hard to believe. The king is in the center, but there are no defenders here. And that's the reason Prananda went down in this game. And then, even in the end game, it's not easy to neutralize this pressure because this rook on g1 is lined up and g6 will fall. And in the game, the player playing white, he just picked up all the pawns. He picked up the g6 pawn, and then you see in a few moves he also picked up the b7 pawn, and then he picked up the a7 pawn, and then eventually he picked up the c3 pawn also. You see, it was a
yep.
very clean game by white, which was very unexpected for Pragnanda.
Yeah, and if you see, it was the same household that had decisive results. Matlab Pragananda lost, but Vaishali GT, and that helped Team India to draw that game. And rare to see like all other four boards have like as draws.
Yeah, that's true. And so Vidit drew that one, and then Hampi and Harika also drew. They both were playing end games, I think. Now, I think we are coming to round 3. Do you want to have a look at any other game in particular? Because I think I have covered
So
the
I think
highlights.
we can move to round 3 and then we can take any requests if there are.
All right, so let's go to round 3 now. Round 3, we played against Sweden. Have you been to Sweden, Rakesh?
No, I've not been to Sweden.
I have been to Sweden, in Stockholm.
How did you find that country?
Very nice, but it's cold. I mean, the place visually is very good, but it was very cold for me. All right, so we have the results of round 3, and let's look at the games now. Oh, let me just check.
Hello, hello. Yes, I was going to get back to Karan, and before that, hello guys in the chat. Do like this stream if you haven't, because I see 140 people watching. But let's hit that 100. Let's hit that 100 mark in likes. And Karan, yes. Vantika and Divya, who played last year, sadly they are not playing because the rules were changed. Like AICF decided this team, and Savita Shri is, I think, the champion, and she qualified because she had played a national championship, which counted or which gave her some extra points. So I think what I hear is she beat Divya by 1 point, so it was very close. But anyway, even though Divya and Vandika are missing, I still feel we have a very strong team. In fact, maybe even stronger from last year, if not equal. So yeah, I really feel confident in this team, and I think so we can have another gold medal coming to India this year.
Yeah, and just show the results about round three to everyone. Hari
Yep,
Krishna
and yes.
won.
Firstly, Niranjan, what were your thoughts that we rested Anand and Vidit for our game against Sweden?
I think the non-playing captain Srinath must have decided on this well in advance, irrespective of the results that were happening in round one and round two. So, from what I can see, is that this is all a strategy that the player playing on, like if the player plays on in game one, they are usually rested in game two. And I observed that he has done this on some tables, not on all tables. I think
No,
it's a
I
good.
think he has done it everywhere.
Oh, but I think.
Because chat, if you
Ah,
see, and none of our players have played 3 games today. Fantastic team
oh.
management, I would say, by Abhijit Kunte and Srinath Narayanan. Both of our captains. Like in fact, Anand sir is the captain. Abhijit Kunte, Grandmaster Abhijit Kunte from Pune is the vice captain.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas Sham Sundar and Srinath Narayan, both grandmasters from Chennai, are the support staff for India. And it's a very unique thing that none of our players have played 3 rounds.
Are you
And
sure?
chat,
Like,
yes, I'm very sure.
okay, all right. So I'll
And
just.
chat, it will be very interesting to see if you guys know which players have won all their games, like have played 2 games and have won both the games. So let us know, chat, if you let me see if you're following the event fully. So there are only a couple of players who played both games who have won both their games. So who are they, chat? Let me know.
Yeah.
Yes, and yes, if you guys are joining us now, like Fact Factory is asking us, Vaishali did lose the game over the board. That is on chess.com. You see White has won that game. But there is a technical requirement of the Fair Play team and FIDE to have a secondary camera, like something, something from that can see behind me, that what I'm doing on the computer. So a camera that sees everything, whatever I'm doing. So sadly, Sarah Ahmed, the Egyptian player, did not have a secondary camera, is what we are being told. I'm not 100% sure on that, but yes, this is what happened, and that is why the result was reversed, and Vaishali won the game because of that.
Mm-hmm. So a
Yes,
quick.
yes. Many of them are guessing Adiban, the guy who scored 2 out of 2, but Vaishali also scored 2 out of 2 because of that reason that I just explained. Yeah.
So I just put the results. Hari Krishna has won. Adiban has won. Hampi has drawn the match against. I think I had predicted that this is going to be tough one, and the lower boards are likely to score just prior to
Yeah,
the
and
round.
you see another thing that I really liked was Adiban winning with black both the games. So this was not this is kind of overlooked, but chat मैं आपको बता देता हूँ कि टीम टूर्नामेंट में ब्लैक से जीतना बहुत मुश्किल होता है, लाइक क्योंकि आपका नंबर 1 काम होता है कि गेम ड्रॉ करें या इक्वलाइज करें. बट अगर आप यदि ब्लैक से जीत जाते हो 2 गेम्स, मतलब बहुत ही सही हो जाता है, क्योंकि सारे वाइट प्लेयर्स को वैसे भी फर्स्ट मूव एडवांटेज होती है, especially team tournaments mein, if you're scoring with black pieces, you are an asset, and that is what the beast has done. So let us have ADOP or beast OP in the chat because of his amazing play. And according to me, he is our star performer of the day. If we had an award to give, for me, it would be Adiban as the star performer of the day. Niranjan, whom would you give that prize to?
Definitely, winning with black is not easy, so I would definitely say that. But I would like to add another point to what you mentioned. It did not look like Adibin played this over the board. It felt, for me personally, it felt as if all this was part of his prep. For example, he played this Kleeman in round 3, and he played
Yeah.
that knight takes f3, which feels like all the part of preparation, and this rare move bishop b4 check. So, if you get a good opening novelty, or if you are able to display good opening preparation in a game and win, it is almost as if you have created a record, because in cricket you are given this man of the match and man of the series, right? So if you had to say man of the match, I would say man of the match. Like in cricket they have sixes and fours. I would say in case of Adiban, it is a very good and clean preparation in the opening.
Yep, yep. And uh, I feel it's a little tricky to check with Adiban, because he's so confident in life itself. We will never know if it was actually his prep or something else. So,
Yeah,
but yeah,
so
let's have a quick look with his game. And of course, guys, a little later, सबसे पहले guys, if you are new to the channel and you haven't subscribed, do smash that subscribe button and also hit the notification bell, because we will have plenty of videos from the Chess Olympiad. And at around 9 p.m. we will have a game of the day video wherein एक game चुना जाएगा from all the 18 games that India played. One game will be chosen and उसका होगा एक detailed analysis video at 9 p.m. tonight. So do subscribe to the channel if you haven't so far.
and I've just received very important information from Atul Dale in the chat that Seturaman tweeted that 14 moves was all part of the course that Seturaman did. So obviously Adiban
There
must
you
have
go.
checked.
Adiban and Setu, both Chennai boys, I think in the same school as well, played like throughout their career together and very good friends as well. So what a great moment. I'm pretty sure even Setu might be have wanting a treat from Adiban after the
After
Olympiad is
win, yes,
over.
yes. So let's hope they get to the finals and win. And coming back to this game, Knight of 6. This is called Sklemen or Zanish, something that I have actually played in the over the board event. So after castles, d6, bishop c4, bishop g4, and you can always go to chess.com/events, and then if you click on any game and click on openings, you also get the reference database as to how many games have been played. And according to the explorer, there are 8 games that went with h3 here, and after bishop h5, knight c3, bishop e7, g4, bishop g6, knight g5, it looked as if e6 is pretty weak, but Adiban has it all covered with knight d4, and then after f4 he played h6, and after knight e6, knight e6, bishop e6. For a moment when I was watching this game live, I thought black is in danger, but after a few moves, he just managed to stabilize the position and the king was safe. But Adiban went on to win this game only in the end game, so he had some
Right.
tactical difficulty in this game.
Yep, yep. And also, chat, keep your questions coming. Me and Niranjan would be happy to take them. We are looking at the chat, and I see one question that we have from Karan, that should we be worried about Savita Shree's performance? I would say not at all, guys. She's a girls under 12 champion. She's not just any player, and you just imagine that she beat Divya to qualify. So that means she might be better in at least some way, and she's no pushover. So it was just her first game. Maybe she was a little nervous. Maybe she was a little excited, overwhelmed by the opportunity. So give it time, guys. Give it time, and don't worry. We have Vaishali as well there, because only one of those players have to play. So, but yeah, I'm least bothered about that. But a very nice question. Keep your questions coming, chat. Keep your questions.
Yes, and then I want to go to that particular end game which decided the game in Adiban's favor. In this position, he just gave that bishop for the pawn, like in this position he just decided to go and then give this bishop for a pawn, because this particular king and pawn endgame is winning for black, as this king, even if it reaches f5, it will be in zugzwang, as you can see.
Mm-hmm.
And then zugzwang, the king on f5 has to leave, and then king takes pawn, and then this is how.
Just before we move ahead, Niranjan, would you like to tell our viewers, tell our newer viewers, what is Zugzwang actually?
So zugzwang is a situation in which you are obliged to make a move, and no matter what move you make, you lose. This is a German word, and it's pretty common these days. There is also another German word called Zwischenzug, which means intermediate move. Another German word that you can note down if you are somebody who likes to learn new terms is Luft. A Luft is a extra space that you make for your king with h3 or h6. So those are three
Yep.
terms, and they were all part of my Chessophile show. That is how I know, because I created those questions.
Yep, and guys, we chat is coming up with very nice questions about tomorrow's uh, day and or like what is going to happen tomorrow exactly. So yeah, we will take them. And before that, let's just quickly wrap up the games with. I would really like to show Hari Krishna's win
All right, let's
against
go.
Neil.
So let's go
Yep.
Hari Krishna's game.
I'm going to move number 4 pehle.
Move to
And
number
chat,
4. Yeah.
if you don't, yeah, move one more move number 5 actually after h6.
Mm-hmm.
So Hari Krishna was sharing a story here that this this opening was played by Fabiano Caruana here firstly, like world number 2, and in fact, I'm sure not many of you guys here know that Niels Grandel is Hari Krishna's opponent here, was also Magnus Carlsen's second. मतलब Magnus Carlsen को help करा था during his world championship win. Norway, Sweden, आजू बाजू में, so they are very good friends, grew up together again. So very interesting to see even after Caruana played that, even Magnus Carlsen ने भी ये opening खेला.
Correct.
So Grandelius wanted to try this out, and a very interesting opening choice, but I think Niranjan, a very smooth game by Hari Krishna. I really liked this game
Yes,
by
it's
Hari.
like from this position, let's say he plays all natural moves. It feels as if
Yeah,
he's playing against somebody who is not not
very,
rated 2600. It feels like that when I watched it. So it was so effortless at one moment from 8 move bishop g3. He's just
yeah.
doing something which
And
is very
so,
natural, but
yes, yes, I
that's enough.
think that is in his blood. And I see Shashikant also in the chat saying Hari's game is so clean and dominating from start to finish and so strong against Niels. And that is absolutely true. And as you can see, Niranjan has already pointed out the critical position here after Rook D1. मतलब Niels को बहुत uncomfortable लग रहा था and he had to always be on the defensive. दोनों pawns hanging है. This is the hanging pawn structure. And D4 खेल के उन्होंने pressure भी release किया, but sadly उसके साथ advantage also has shifted. You saw the bar go up on the left for Hari, and he once you give Hari Krishna a chance, he will rarely not pounce.
Yeah, here I thought he'll go rook d2, but he first goes rook d6, then comes
Yeah,
and
it's
then
just
there's
a
no
nice
need also.
free tempo here. Yeah, so clean, so clean, beautiful win by Hari. Like we know he's an end game master, but see, दो pawn up, आराम से now these A and B pass pawns are just going to cost black a couple of pieces, and or if they are just going to queen. So supreme play, and just imagine ना कि मतलब आपका board one is beating opponent का like full the best player of Sweden is Niels Grandelius, and Hari Krishna is beating him with such ease.
Yeah,
That just shows the strength of our team.
there's just one trap though here. After bishop into a2, white should not take the bishop, because then all the advantage will be lost. So here, this
Correct.
is where Zwizzing Zug or intermediate move comes. You play knight a7. You are not being a part of this conversation on a2. You just play knight
Yeah.
c6, and that is a threat. And
And yeah, I think now it's almost impossible for black to defend, and you see the bar, it's almost reaching Nil's face.
yes.
And I think he resigned in a couple of moves after this.
So here, Rakesh, that back rank weakness and hanging pieces, both both teams played a role. After knight a7, rook takes b2. First he attacks the queen and then plays rook d8. Now the threat is take and queen d8.
Yep.
So then after knight h7, he takes and then plays rook d8. Now the threat is queen a3, queen c5 and rook f8.
Yep. And I think
He
after
played
G6,
g6.
A3, he
Means
resigned.
this knight is lone knight, cannot be defended by anybody right now.
Yep. And I think this rounds off a fantastic third round. India beating Sweden by 4-2. I don't, yeah, I think it was just Savita Shri who just lost one game here, but Nihal's win, again, a nice positional win, and Hari Krishna's win, Adiban's win, helping us to beat Sweden 4-2. And Niranjan, if we could show our chat, because I'm seeing plenty of questions in chat about Team India's ranking, guys. We are getting there. So
Okay.
yes, let's show the rankings for our chat.
So rank after round 3, you can see India is currently in position number 2 and
Yeah.
yeah, has great chances, I think.
Yes, so guys, Hungary, like I said, is a dark horse or an unexpected team to see in the number one position. But I think they were seeded number three in the group. So India was ranked first, like seeded first. Azerbaijan was seeded second. But you see, Hungary bringing the upset of the day. Hungary ने, I think Azerbaijan को 4-2 से हराया. And because of that, Azerbaijan has slipped to fifth place and Hungary first place पे है. And guys, tomorrow we are still not playing Hungary because we'll be playing Hungary only on the third day. So India को टेबल टॉप जाने में टाइम लग सकता है. So don't worry about that. Whereas we have three the pairings for day two will be India will play Shenzhen China. जो है
Yep.
चाइना के टीम को दो टीम्स अलाउड है फील्ड करने के लिए क्योंकि वो है होस्ट कंट्री या उन्होंने स्पॉन्सर्स लाए इवेंट के लिए. And yes, thanks to Niranjan for bringing that up. So we will play Azerbaijan in round 5 and Belarus in round 6.
Mm-hmm.
So I think tomorrow's toughest match will be at 5:30, guys. 5:30 p.m. को इंडिया का toughest match होगा against Azerbaijan here.
Yeah, that's true. We will play against them, and but Rakesh, what I feel is going by the day one results and the way the results appeared, it feels like every game is going down the wire because players are
Yep.
playing until the very end, and even if you are winning, just one move and you're, let's say you see the clock, it's like you're having 5 seconds, and you just make one move here, and it's all changing. I'll just give you an example because I observed it today. This was a game against Sweden, and Savita Shri was doing really well until a point, and I was actually guessing the moves when she was making those moves. So I'm just giving that point here. Black is doing really good because this attack here, nothing much is happening. Everything is defended. White is of course threatening queen h6, so black can just play king h8. But in this position, she played queen c7. The idea is if white plays queen takes h6, there is queen takes g3. Okay.
Correct.
So what
Nice
happened
tactic.
is her opponent played rook e3. Now she is saying, okay, I am now again threatening this. If you take this, I will take this. But here she played rook cd8 and now her opponent played h3 because back rank mate. Queen h6 play was back rank. So rook f7 happened, and this is where she gave up the pawn because now,
Still had a chance to play king h8.
yeah. So this was, it's like everything's happening in this last few seconds, but
Right.
and after rook f7, you see suddenly the rook is lost, and I will show you how. After queen h6, rook check, king h2. Remember the rook on d1 is hanging, and players are playing on less than 10 seconds. King h2 and rook e7, queen e7, queen g6, waiting move. And I was expecting black to play a5, and then she did a5. And then after h4, I was considering rook to d4, so that if h5 there is rook check followed by mate. But
Got
she
it.
played queen a7, and now for the chat,
Oh, check, check, and takes.
yeah.
Got
So
it.
this is a question for chat. Okay, let
So
me just get the position. Seems like the position did not load. Yeah, I went to the wrong position. Hold on. So this is the position, and queen a7 here.
yeah, chat. This was a Luckily, it didn't hurt India because we had 4-2. If it had become 3-3, then it would have hurt us much more. Because guys, do remember, win के लिए आपको मिलते हैं 2 points, draw के लिए मिलता है एक, and if you lose, you get 0 points. So very critical about that.
Yeah, and I think you see, one game doesn't make you bad. It's just that this is one moment where you sometimes forget that the piece is hanging, and you
Yeah.
should never judge a player just based on one game. So that is why I feel it's not easy to say that just because we are good on paper, the game will be easy. So I would say all three games are going to be
And
strong.
even like if let we were expected to beat France also in that case, but we saw that France gave us a good fight. Vidit was super close to winning it for us, but I still feel, I think favorites to head, it creates some kind of your pressure on your opponent also. But yeah, today was a good wake up call. Let's say that we have to be on our toes. And yeah, as you saw against Sweden, we just played good chess and we won the match. So I still feel Team India has great chances. I saw somebody in the chat that Shenzhen China को lightly नहीं लेने चाहिए. Of course not. Team India किसी को lightly तो नहीं लेने वाले. But I still feel कि Azerbaijan का game will be the toughest game for Team India tomorrow. And you never know, guys, because Azerbaijan is already fifth.
Yeah,
गाइस थर्ड आओ या टेंथ आओ कुछ फर्क नहीं
yeah.
पड़ता है. हैव टू फिनिश फर्स्ट और सेकंड.
That's true. That's true. And Yash has given the answer. That's correct. You just play Queen E8, and then I just
Right.
wanted to show this particular example because everything is just changing in one move in this game. Until then, she was doing really good. She was holding, but then after this Rook blunder, there's no chance. But yeah, as Rakesh mentioned, it did not hurt much because India had clinched the match already. So Rakesh, I think
Yeah, and I think
it's
another
good
question in
time.
the chat about Moldova. Moldova is also fourth, guys. So we cannot discount that team. Luckily, we don't play Moldova till the end, like on the last day. Not luckily, but yeah, we'll play them on the last day. So we'll worry about them later. Tomorrow's three pairings, guys. Shenzhen, China at 4:30, Azerbaijan at 5:30, and then Belarus at 6:30.
Yes, that's correct. So now I think we can take some questions, Rakesh. And dear viewers, feel free
Yep.
to shoot your questions in the chat. We will answer the questions. Were there any questions that we missed, Rakesh?
Yeah, I see another question by Rashad Ibrahim. Maybe he hadn't joined us earlier. So if you are joining us now, uh, in Vaishali's game, she played and she lost the game over the board. But एक रिक्वायरमेंट है कि यू नीड टू हैव अ बैक कैमरा ताकि पीछे से सब कुछ दिखे कि आपके कंप्यूटर पे क्या हो रहा है. एंड शी ओनली हैड द फ्रंट कैमरा लाइक विद दैट शोज हर फेस, बट बिकॉज द बैक कैमरा वाज मिसिंग, Sara, the Egyptian opponent of Vaishali, had to lose because of that reason, and Vaishali was awarded a point. It was not even an appeal or anything. It is just done by the FIDE arbiters of the tournament because वो ही rule है. And Egypt has qualified from the second pool or the second division, so they know all these rules. India का first day था आज. Egypt has already मेहनत किया हुआ है Egypt ने पहले. So even they have no excuse that अरे rule नहीं पता था or this or that. So yeah, it is unfortunate to lose in that way, but yeah, it is the rule. It is mentioned in the rules.
Yeah, okay. And Karthik Raj is saying it's difficult to beat Azerbaijan. I would say the Olympiad is very unpredictable because of the kind of format
Yeah.
they have. If let's say if Hari Krishna plays such an effortless game, he plays and wins, that gives a lot of confidence. So on the other side, we also see Indian players doing well. So we can expect India to do really well.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And Vatsal, our new mod, shout out to Vatsal for doing great work. He's asking, what do you think will our lineup be against Azerbaijan? I think that is a fantastic question, Niranjan.
Yes, yes.
So I would like to know your thoughts first.
Okay, so
Then I'll reveal my lineup.
all right. So when I talk about Azerbaijan, let me tell you that they have Temur Rezdebov, Mamedyarov, Mamanzada Guna, Mamadov Gulnar, Asadi, Khanim, Mamedov Rof, Gusenev, Mamedov Turkhan, Fatelieva Olivia, Muradil Mohammad, and Govhar. So, out of these players, I will tell you what my pick is. I feel that from Azerbaijan, Rajdabov will play on board 1, and Gunay Mamadzada will play on board 2. Azadli Vugar will play on board 3. Mamedov, Rauf, or no, he can't play. So I'll play, I think, Turkan and then Muradil Mohammad. I think this will be their order. And from India's point of view, I think Anand will play on board 1 and Hampi will play on board 2. Nihar will play on board 3. Then, like, how many more do we have? We have 3 more. And then I think Vaishali might play board 4. And then
Mm-hmm.
how many more players do we need? We
No,
need 2 more.
Vaishali can't play board 4.
So let me just check who will play on board 4. Um,
It can be Tanya, Harika, Hampi.
okay, so it's like this. I'm sorry. So I feel that Anand, then it will be Adiban, Anand Adiban, Hampi, Bhakti, and then Nihal and Vaishali. This is my team. What do you think?
Um, okay, I think we'll play. Firstly, I think Azerbaijan will play Shakhriyar Mamedyaro and Radyabov.
Oh, is
Why
it
would they
possible to
not
play
play?
both the players? Is it possible to field that way?
Yeah, why not? You have to feel good players,
Ah,
right?
okay, okay. I missed that. So that means from our side, maybe Anand and Vidit might play, no? Or Anand and Hari might play.
Exactly. Of course, of course. The best people will play against the best opponent. So I feel India will go with the strongest lineup. So Anand for sure, maybe Hari Krishna or Vidit. Hampi Harika will play, and then I think Nihal would get get the slot tomorrow, and of course Vaishali. So we'll play a strongest 11, and I agree with Chat guys. Chat is saying कि जूनियर बोर्ड्स पे इंडिया को चांसेस है एंड आई एग्री कि वहां पे इफ वी स्कोर 2 wins निरंजन it would really help the team morale and give them a big boost there.
Yeah, yeah, you're right. Yeah, maybe sleeping, you're right. We have 2 open boards actually, and I just missed that. You're right. So Sid is
Come
asking
on.
standings and points scored till now of all teams. Okay, I'll get that for you.
Okay, yeah, that's a good question, Sid. I'll meanwhile take some other questions. Do let me know if you have any questions, chat. Predictions for tomorrow by maybe sleeping. I feel India will win all the 3 games tomorrow. That is what I'm feeling. Because today was the draw against France came at a good moment because last time we only drew 1 game against Mongolia, जो कि 3-3 था. And another question related to that was कि भाई format क्या है? So format is guys 10 टीम्स है यहाँ पे 10 में से आपको सभी टीम के साथ एक बार खेलना है. So basically you will play 9 games. In those 9 matches, at the end of those 9 matches, the top 2 teams will qualify for the quarterfinals. तो ऐसे हम पूल बी में है इंडिया सो देयर इज पूल ए पूल बी पूल सी एंड पूल डी from India will qualify from pool B, hopefully in first place. Otherwise they might have to play team Russia in the quarterfinals itself. If they finish first, they'll play a slightly weaker team. Of course, even Pool C is undecided, guys. Like Russia has just started their Olympiad today. They are also the co-defending champions. जैसे कि आपको याद होगा कि टीम इंडिया एंड रशिया दोनों ने गोल्ड जीता था लास्ट ईयर एंड शॉट आउट टू नीरी फॉर दिस क्विक वर्क एंड हियर यू कैन सी द रैंकिंग क्रॉस टेबल.
Yes, so tiebreak 1 is the number of points they get based on whether they win or draw the match, and tiebreak 2 is the number of points scored overall by the entire team. And I think that's tiebreak 3 is probably individual encounter, but I'm like very certain about the first 2 tiebreaks. And India has won 2 games and drawn 1 match, and that is why we have 5 points.
Yeah, and just adding to that, guys, tiebreak 3 का मतलब है head to head. So as you can see, France and Moldova are tied throughout. मतलब तीनों tiebreak same है क्योंकि उनका ही आपस में draw हुआ था 3-3.
Okay.
So that is the tiebreak 3. But that I don't think that might come into account जो जो दो टीम क्वालिफाई होंगे, आई थिंक दे विल सिंपली क्वालिफाई बाय TB1 और मैक्सिमम TB2.
Yep. So I think we will have exciting matches tomorrow as well, and I really love this format of being able to share the thoughts after the event is over. And I can we can also take questions like this, because when we are completely in the stream, it's difficult to focus on the games and the chat.
True, very true. And yes, Rishi is asking, what are your thoughts about Carlsen's play Norway chess? I think it's just been one round, so too early to comment. But he had a solid draw against Firuja. But उसके बाद Carlsen showed why he's Carlsen in the Armageddon, जो कि है format Norway chess में. So yeah, I think he just one game too early to tell, but he looks in good form. He won the event last year, so he would definitely like to continue that streak and win another event on his home ground.
And there is a question about Hungarian players, so I'll just get the Hungarian players.
Yep, yeah, that's a great question again. So guys, Hungary and India will play on day 3. So अभी तक फिलहाल time है, but still I would really like to tell you about them. So uh, they have I think a very relatively younger squad. I feel like their legends, उनके जो legends है, Judith Polgar, Peter Leko, none of them are playing. So it's a very young team, and like maximum, I think their oldest player would be around 35 year. So, and also they have Victor Erdos on board one, Thomas Banus, all strong GMs. Adam Kozak is a very, very young GM, and he almost has a 3,100 rating on chess.com in Blitz. So you can see he's very good in faster time control. So I would be uh, saying he is a dark horse in their team. And yes, they have again stronger opponents, stronger players in the top half. Their junior players are a weakness, is what I feel. So, agar if India manages to strike on the junior boards, I think we are good. We are sorted. This today was just an inspired performance by Hungary, क्योंकि उन्होंने अजेरबाईजान को हरा दिया. अजेरबाईजान जो कि सीडेड नंबर 2 सीड है पूल बी में, उनको हरा के दे हैव क्रिएटेड अप्रोर. बट आई स्टिल थिंक कि हंगेरी के जो जूनियर बोर्ड्स हैं, दोज आर रिलेटिवली वीकर देन द टॉप बोर्ड्स, and I feel we could really use that to our advantage. But step by step, guys. First aim is not Hungary. I think it should be focus on Shenzhen, China, which is our opponent. Team India के first opponent है कल 4:30 बजे. And yeah, as you can see, Niranjan is also already ready with Team Hungary here. So let's see. Yeah, like I said, Adam Kozak, he scored 2 out of 2 today. So 3,000 rating on chess.com. All that efforts on chess.com is helping out. Even Benjamin Gledura, a very strong GM, जो अभी USA में पढ़ाई कर रहे हैं. So Gledura is Hungarian born, quite a young GM, but अभी USA के यूनिवर्सिटी में स्टडी कर रहे हैं on scholarship, and plus, as you can see, 26, 19 at the age of 19 or 20. So that really that really helps their team to have two strong opponents on their top two boards. And why Nepo and Anish are not playing? Nepo is playing Norway chess as the Hawk, another one of our new ones who's doing amazing work. So yes, Nepo is not there because of that. And about Anish, I'm not really sure why Anish is not playing. And Samay Shah, Raja versus Vishy tomorrow. I don't think so. Raja versus Vishy hoga. I think it will be Vishy versus Mamedyaro and Raja versus Vidit. Raja versus Vidit होगा ना, बहुत मजा आएगा. मुझे लग रहा है 99% that game might end in a draw, but Raja versus Vidit होगा तो ज्यादा मजा आएगा, according to me. What do you think, Niri?
Depends on the color, I would say. If Vidit
We know
is,
the pairings, right? We
huh?
know the pairings.
So if Vidit plays, then let's see. He will be playing which color? Let's see.
Yeah, we just have to check the team pairings. India, Azerbaijan. India is white, so with it will be black.
So in that case, if Vidit will be black, then I think it will be Ragozin. It might be Ragozin. So it's hard to find a um, like it's
Doesn't
hard to
really
say.
matter. We all know, even Rajaba was accused of of drawing too many games. for invited events. He's a peace loving guy, he's a good guy, he's good friends with Vidit. That won't influence his decision, but I think a draw. Vidit is also super strong with black.
Yeah,
Matlab,
that's
I
another
have
thing.
not like I don't remember Vidit losing too many games in a tournament ever.
Yeah, Vidit
So
is pretty solid. I mean, his repertoire is like, and at that level, you need to have a solid repertoire. That's like known. If you are like not having a solid repertoire, then people say, "How are you 2700?" So it's clear that he is strong with black. But I don't know if he's going to employ the Raghusin, then I don't know how things might be. But you never know. The team India and the captain and the non-playing captain, the coaches, what they will decide. I'm very curious, and that will be one of the interesting fights. I think I am actually hoping that India wins without much hassle. But yes, let's see. Let's see. And any other questions? Chat.
yeah, question by Vatsal. Sir, can we expect a video on Chesscom India about preview of tomorrow's matches? Only one way to find out, guys. You have to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell to know if the video is coming up tomorrow. And what else? What else? Why is MVL and Firuja not playing with France? It's a setback for them. Definitely. I think you see if MVL and Firuja play, both are young, both are very good with fast time controls. And I think France could have been a favorite if they were playing. But yeah, luckily for us, they are not. And I feel it is a very good thing to see that Niranjan, all of India's top players are playing, right? Because
Yes.
we have seen in the past that this was not happening earlier.
I would say that 2020, 2021, even when India won bronze, that craze was actually quite heavy in India. And then there was another Olympiad where Vishy sir also joined, I think. And then came the boom after this online Olympiad. Now, I think the importance of Olympiad in India has grown tenfold suddenly.
Yep.
So I think considering that players are also very uh, interested to play, and plus the federation has made amazing arrangements. So I think it's all
Correct.
coming together, and the only thing that's left to be seen is how they play in the remaining part of the event.
Yeah, very, very rightly said, Niranjan, about all the things that you mentioned. And yeah, I think they have been given everything that they needed. Now it's like their time to shine. And speaking of the importance of Olympics, I think Niranjan, the Olympics also showed us how important it is to win a medal where 190 countries are playing and not just, 10 or 12 like in cricket.
Correct.
So that would be an amazing achievement if egg one time it might happen. People say, "Arey, it was luck or whatever, this that happened." But if you win it two times, guys, suddenly आप ignore नहीं कर सकते. You have to respect that whatever is happening.
Yeah, I
So I
agree.
really hope this happens.
Yeah, and now that we are on Olympiad, I think it's a good time to announce the winner of the giveaway contest that we had.
Yep. So, guys, we had a giveaway on our social media for Chess Kid, which is a scholastic version of chess.com. So, that is why we are saying, do follow us on Instagram and Twitter. Then only you will come to know about these giveaways or these prizes that we have for you guys. So, do check us out on Instagram and Twitter. All the links are given in the description box of this video itself.
Yes, and we have the winners of this is a contest run to hype the Olympiad event.
Yep.
So Rakesh,
And
maybe
congratulations
you could
to
share about
Kasar.
Chess Kid.
Yeah, yes. Like I said, ChessKit is a scholastic version of chess.com, so it's only for kids. So, congratulations to Kasat Kirti and Ashutosh 94795533 for winning a 1 year gold membership. Of course, there are no adults allowed, so feel free to gift these memberships to someone in need, or maybe your anybody who know who is below the age of 13. So that is what ChessKit is about. There is no social media, and there is it's a completely safe website. So yeah, do feel free to give us and reach out to us to claim those prizes as well.
Yeah, so ChessKid has social media accounts. It's just that the interface is
For
very
parents.
parent friendly and it's for children. Yeah. Okay. All right, Rakesh. I
And
think we can maybe pick up a few more questions and wrap up
yes,
tonight's
let's take a
highlights.
couple more.
Yeah.
Asutosh Sahu, no, Srinath is not our non-playing captain like many of you think. He was our vice captain and he was our everything. Manager, vice captain, everything last year. This time, with the federation's support, we have Grandmaster Abhijit Kunte as the non-playing captain. Srinath Narayanan and Sham Sundar, both of them young GMs from Chennai, are staying with the team, as you can see on social media. They are the official support staff here, and you can see Srinath's experience of these Olympiad. He was also with at the World Cup with Team India. So yeah, definitely going to help us in this tournament. And I feel the position or the designation doesn't really matter, right?
Yes,
Like
yes,
he's there
correct.
with his all heart and soul.
He's
He's a
there,
great guy, guys.
and I also saw him today in the Zoom call that he is actually coordinating a lot of things for Team India.
Yep.
Let's say the board order and okay, not much I can reveal, but basically he is there and is doing a great job with his presence there in the online Olympiad.
Mhm.
And anything else, Rakesh?
Yeah, we can see some questions about Dutch Federation uh, not like they had prepared a base of tournaments and was announced quickly, so that is why Anish wasn't playing. Yeah, too bad for Anish, but yeah, still like if you really want your top players to play, you can have a better coordination, is what I feel. And what else? What else?
Yeah.
Can somebody say all results of the day? Sure, Nikhil. Like a quick recap, guys.
Hmm.
Round one, India beat Egypt 6-0.
Let me just
Round two,
start with the results. One moment.
yeah,
Yeah, this is
yes.
round two.
So yeah, round one, India beat Egypt 6-0. India drew with France in round two 3-3, whereas in round three, India again managed to beat Sweden this time, and they beat them by 4 to a convincing win. And just so if you guys have a doubt by seeing the results, कहाँ कोई कोई जगह पे 5-1 है, कोई कोई जगह पे 6-0 है. Official confirmation from the arbiter has come that India won the first game 6-0 because of a technicality, and the loss was given to Vaishali's opponent. So Vaishali has now won that game, and now it's 6-0 in favor of India. India at the end of day one has second position. Pe. Hungary is leading, but yeah, we have a great and exciting day tomorrow, Niranjan.
Indeed, it's an exciting day, and we've also shown the pairings. So maybe I'll just show it again. These are the pairings. We'll be playing against Shenzhen, China, Azerbaijan, and Belarus. And if you want me to show the standings right now, they are currently in the second spot, as you can see.
Yep. And yeah, I agree. We should have beaten France, but hey, I think it's nice that this chota sa hiccup happened early on in the tournament, not later on.
Yes,
So
100%
we should
agree.
always see it in a good light.
Yes, and it was fun doing this, Rakesh. I think we also like covered the turning points of day, and people
Yep.
who are interested to know the updates, they can also share this with their friends. Rakesh, a
Yeah.
question for you:
Do
what is Sonnenberger? Berger.
okay. Sonnen Borger is a very complicated stuff that even I can't explain to you properly. But it is basically got to do with something that the player you have beaten has to score well versus the player you have drawn or lost to in very simple terms. But yeah, it is much more complicated than that. Best is to not go there. But yeah, definitely an arbiter would can explain better. But in simple terms, if a player or a team that you have beaten does well, then it's good for you.
Yeah, and there is this Agriya Kumar asking, what VD versus Rajdabov is not possible at all, really?
Uh, Why not?
Because Restabo is either going to play on board 1 or is going to play on board 2, is it?
What?
It's
How does he know? See, Shark. I just told you the pairing. Vichy versus Shark on board one. That is Shakri and Mamedero. And board two can be Vidit versus Rajav. I don't see what's the problem in that.
the thing is, in team events, Rakesh, we have to give a board order in the beginning, right? In
Yeah,
that,
but
when you give,
not in the beginning of the tournament. So
for example, let's say 5 players are there in the team and there are 4 boards, then the player playing on the first board can only play on first board or can take a rest, right?
yeah, so I think Rajavo's name is number two, right?
From what I see,
Ah, okay.
it's
No, Rajavo's name is number one. Okay, yeah. Then that cannot happen. Then it will be, oh, he's crossed. Yeah, okay. My bad, because I thought Ramamadaro is the higher rated player, and he is. Ramamadaro is about 9 points higher rated than Radyabov, but he still played on the second board. And guys, I think one more reason that Azerbaijan didn't perform well was their top two players, Rajabov and Mamedaro, only played one game today each. So that might have cost them the Olympiad, actually, I feel, because that was
oh.
a very I don't know, strange decision by not playing them in these in the starting rounds. I feel.
Yeah, that is strange to me as well. I thought they have played all, but I was so focused in the games of Indian players that I did not really check
Yeah,
whether.
even I just noticed now. But yeah, Agriya Kumar, you're right. You're right. Only VD versus Rajabo can happen if Vishy sir takes a rest. So well done, Agriya Kumar. My bad. And Vatsal is saying Sonnenberger is like DLS method in cricket. I absolutely agree. Matlab, something like that for sure.
Okay, okay, all right, and I think that's about it. It's a good time to wrap the stream and make way for the game of the day video that is going to
Yes,
come
guys,
soon.
Game of the Day video is coming up, so you can only get it live if you like this video and subscribe to the channel, and we'll have plenty more videos coming up for you guys.
Yes, that's right. And we will be again streaming tomorrow like this. And all the updates pertaining to the Olympiad can be found on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook pages. So keep an eye on them. And
Yeah, links to
congratulations.
all of them are in the description as well if
Yes,
you are
yes.
want
All
to
the
check
links
that
are
out.
there in the description. And tomorrow, maybe we will have a merch and a diamond membership giveaway as well
Yes,
during the
guys,
stream.
tomorrow 7:30 stream day 2 highlights. We'll be having one merch giveaway. You can choose any merch you want from our collection at Red Wolf. Plus, we'll have diamond membership giveaway at 7:30 p.m. tomorrow. So subscribe to the channel. Also hit the notification bell because you never know. We might come live a little earlier or maybe a little later. So you have to hit that notification bell.
Yes, that helps you in knowing when we are live, and you also get a reminder on your phone. All right, Rakesh, thank you very much. It was fun doing this day one highlights with you, and I also learned a lot about different things, different players from you. Thanks for that.
Yeah, this was super fun. I think day 2 is also going to be fun.
Yes, day two is also going to be fun. Let's cheer for Team India tomorrow as well. And we'll be back with 4 videos. And then I would like you to take care and do watch the
Yeah.
game of the video that will
Guys,
come.
just before we sign out, like the video and spam India OP in the chat while on your way out. And we'll see you tomorrow. Bye bye.
Yes, that's correct. You can now spam India OP. Bye bye.